How is the game going to go tonight, Big Dog, before Stash gets in here?
It'll be fine.
You think, hey, how much do they win by?
A tutty.
Only a tutty?
No.
I think it's double digits. I think they win.
I'm telling you, this offense is not good.
So you hit your under today, by the way. This is great. This is great intro right here. Morgan going to get the beer. Kyler Murray drops back to pass, looking, goes for the 2-point conversion, gets it in the back of the end zone. Cardinals Raiders are tied. Kyler Murray is gross, dude.
I saw Vic 04 on that fucking 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
That shit was OD. It was crazy. I mean, if you're the Raiders, how do you just let them come back like that, you know? What's up? So, Morgan, how'd your picks go this week? You hit one, right?
No, I hit 3.
Which ones did you hit?
The only one I didn't hit was the Rams.
You went, which, so you hit, what was your over?
Miami and Baltimore.
Oh, okay. And then your lock?
My lock was the Rams. My over was that. My under was
Who was your dog?
Houston covering.
Houston covering. It's a good dog. Yeah. I'm 2-1. I'll take it. Going into Monday night.
Just say I'll be 3-1. Because the Jags pitched a shutout.
I mean, we'll get into my Jacksonville Jaguars.
You know, Matt Ryan is fucking trash.
Is he trash or did the Jags ball?
It's a combination, but I think it's mainly the Matt Ryan's trash.
I think you're selling my Jag short. I don't appreciate it.
That just probably comes with
what's
talking about the Jaguars.
What's their team name?
Jaguars.
Oh, they're in the AFC South. I don't care.
It literally made no sense, but okay. Stash, how was the trip, man? How you living?
It was good. It was a good time. It was hot.
Yeah. Shocker. It's hot in Florida in September.
It was like 98 degrees, 98% humidity.
Awesome.
Rough.
Nice. You said the Guardians of the Galaxy ride incredible.
It's the best ride I've ever been on.
Nice.
And it's not close.
Nice. Any other highlights of the trip?
No, it was like Drink Around the World was a lot of fun. The food and wine festival had shitloads of food. It was all really good. Tried a bunch of stuff.
Nice.
It was a good time.
Are you on the clean and living sober now that your vacation's over?
Yep.
How long will that last?
Who knows?
Till his next vacation.
Nick,
How long? How many hours are in a day? I don't know.
Nick just picks up a beer. Who knows?
Nick notes apps in 2 days. I'm back.
Just sitting there. If people listening won't know what we're talking about, but there's a SNL skit, the Lexus commercial.
Yes.
I'm just imagining me just looking around and you just hear a beer bottle crack. I mean, I did a good thing.
I did a good thing. Did a good thing. Man, that's funny. Yeah, nice. When did we fly back from Atlanta? The 20th or something?
Somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I'm like going on a month here, no alcohol, and I'm gonna tell you, my body feels phenomenal.
Was Atlanta a month?
Yeah, it was a month, dude. Like right around it.
Time flies by when you're a piece of shit.
Time flies by even when you're not a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So just a weekly wrap up this week, boys. Let's have Murph take us in and let's talk NFL first, considering that is a happening subject today on the Sunday.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome into the State of Sports podcast. Before we get into this episode, make sure whatever platform you guys are listening to us on, you give us a 5-star review. If you are watching us over on YouTube, make sure you like the video. And every time Morgan's face freezes on the podcast, make sure to go back and like previous videos. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel and turn that bell notification on for when we drop episodes on Mondays and on either Thursday nights or Friday mornings, depending on our gambling picks. I'm 2-1 on the day. Morgan is 3-1 on the day. Morgan is trying to come back from his
back.
week.
You know,
And I'm just Mr. Consistent. I'll probably just bat 50% for the year.
Yep.
But Dash Cuddy back from vacation. Welcome back.
Thank you.
How was that flight back, by the way? A little banged up. I meant to text you.
It wasn't a bad flight, but we were like on the tarmac forever.
Oh, that's the worst.
Just wouldn't go.
That's-
It was just like, fuck, man, come on.
There's nothing worse than just being on the tarmac.
You can't do anything.
No, it's
It's just like, I don't know. But we watched Nutty Professor on the way back. So
nice. First or second?
it was the first one.
Okay, all right. First one's still good. It's not as good as the second.
It's not as good, but it's still good.
That's what I think. I think that's one of the only movies that the sequel is better than the original.
Yeah. And it's like a valid sequel. Like
Yeah.
it's a good movie.
100%. Morgan, your Packers are going tonight. How you feeling? You excited?
Sure.
Are they the tonight's game?
Yeah.
I'll be watching that.
I'm gonna tap in for the first quarter and then pass out because 5:30 a.m. comes.
What time's that start? 8:30?
Yeah, 8:20.
Yeah, I'll be done by halftime.
First quarter. I might watch the first drive, see how it looks, and be like, I've seen enough.
First drive, Aaron's gonna go down for a TD, and that's it.
We'll see. Probably not.
All right. So first NFL story that is not related to the games today. The Chargers doctor that is treating Justin Herbert is the same doctor who is getting sued by Tyrod Taylor for $5 million for medical malpractice for puncturing his lung while trying to inject him with a painkiller in his rib. That is the doctor I want looking at my star quarterback.
Yeah. For sure,
punctured his
definitely
lung?
not. Yeah, that was a huge story last year.
Now
And then he went out and played.
and he's positive that's how it happened.
No, yeah, he tried to warm up to play, and then he was like, I can't breathe. So they brought him to a hospital and realized he had a punctured lung. Like,
Yo,
And I'm gonna be honest here. I don't think 5 million is enough.
yeah,
I feel like it should be like way more than that.
depends on what he potentially missed out on, I guess.
Plus, he's the team doctor.
Yeah, that's crazy
sick way to
Like,
keep
why is he still on the team?
because it's happened once.
one time, Morgan.
Listen, one time too many.
That was one time.
That was one time, and
I was out of line.
and it gave us Justin Herbert starting earlier. So who is really the villain here? You know?
That's a pretty big fuck up.
Yeah, no shit.
Think
Like that's not like an oops. Like
he
bro,
almost
like
killed a
you
guy.
went so far into his body.
Yeah, like Rick killed a guy.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. So I'll be curious to see how that wraps up. All right, we're gonna just go down the slate of games today. We're gonna do some quick hitters here. I know Nick is tired. I'm pretty tired from working all weekend, and I know Morgan's got this game to get to. So we're gonna try to bang this out pretty quick here. All right. Did you guys, either of you, catch the Jets versus Cleveland game? That complete chaos of a game.
I just saw the last like minute and a half.
That's all you need to see.
That's just
Yeah.
saying. How much more did I need to see? You know, Joe Flacco, still elite.
Still elite quarterback comes back, beats Cleveland in Cleveland. But by the way, I thought I'd get more of a reaction from that Deshaun Watson thing I sent you guys.
I almost didn't even want to feed it. Like, 'cause
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even look at it.
that's
Morgan, go look at the photo.
I don't know what
I ain't got the energy for this.
is that thing gonna snowball out of effect in that stadium? With
I mean,
those
like-
fans?
So for all you guys wondering what we're referring to here, so this is a man laying on a massage table, and it below it says "Happy endings are not illegal," and it's a bunch of Browns fans around Deshaun Watson,
You know,
freaking having the time of their life.
who would have thought that the Browns fans would have embraced this?
Everybody,
It's just
Pretty much
bananas.
everybody.
like
No, that seems perfectly right for Cleveland.
I mean, Deshaun Watson has to be like laughing, right? Like he's like, after he did all this shit, he's like, they still love me, man. They still love me.
And
Like,
he
what
hasn't
do I
even
have to do?
played for him.
It's,
Like, I imagine what LeBron could get away with.
I mean,
They were just happy to get Matt's favorite quarterback out of there, I think.
yeah. Baker, we'll talk about Baker. He's
He's got no help.
Now I think
DJ Moore is nasty. It is Christian McCaffrey in the backfield. Shut
on
up.
the on the topic of the Browns, I think it's the Browns. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. It's either the Browns or the Bengals, but I'm pretty sure it's the Browns. There's a video of a fan in the stadium. Instead of like just getting up and going to the bathroom, just throwing up at their seat on the ground. Middle of the game.
It's probably
Just this woman, and she's just sitting there, and she not even covering her mouth, just kind of leans over and just throws up like 3 times, then just goes back to drinking.
They make those Cleveland women different. Yeah. So my mom and Greg stopped over today to help me take out the ACs. So my mom was sitting there and Red Zone was on. So the Cleveland game popped on and it showed the crowd. And it was just this horrendously ugly woman. And my mom goes, "Oh my God, where is that game? That woman is so ugly." And I was like, "Mom, man, like, Mom," I'm like, "Sweetie, they don't call it the mistake by the lake for nothing." You know what I mean? Oh, that
Steaks by the lake.
yeah, that shit had me dying. Okay. So Jets win, Jets covered. That's one of my picks. I was pretty thrilled about that. So they come back down double digits in the last minute 13 or whatever to win.
And it wasn't the biggest comeback of the day.
It was not the biggest comeback of the day. We will get to that. All right, let's move down to the next game that we got. Washington versus Detroit. Detroit's good. I'm saying it.
Yeah.
Brisky defense played well. They got out to a big lead, held back the Commanders. Oh, God.
Did any of us have the Lions doing anything?
I said they'd win about 6-7 games.
I
Yeah.
said they'd be frisky.
That's
did
about
say-
6-7 games.
Yeah,
You did
so-
use Frisky quite a bit that episode.
some frisky little kitties. You know what I mean?
I remember. We got to get a Frisky counter in the corner, I think.
I think so too. Nick, you missed it. We Morgan has put teams in his doghouse already.
Jesus Christ.
Would you like to say what teams in the doghouse, Morgan?
I mean, just one of the Cowboys.
No.
No.
Wow. Wow. Actually not down and out for you yet?
Kind of.
Hey, Morgan, who's in the doghouse? Say it.
Green Bay.
All right.
1 week. 1 week. But yeah, shout out to Detroit. I was happy DeAndre Swift had a pretty good game, and Jared Goff, making winning plays for them. And I always love to see Carson Wentz lose for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Just
Yeah, I mean,
just
that
love
seems
to hate him.
Love to hate him. Let's move on to Tampa versus New Orleans. This is Brady's first regular season win against New Orleans while he's been in Tampa. They go
And it
in
was-
Superdome.
A rough win.
It was a rough win. Defense came to play on both sides of the ball today. Tampa's defense made some plays at the end to make that score a little bit inflated. But life lesson, get a teammate like Mike Evans.
Bench clearing.
I-
You see that fight?
Mike
Yeah.
Evans is a dog.
Get a teammate like Mike Evans who just sees one punch get thrown and he's in there.
In it. That
And
yeah.
he sent Marshawn.
He rocked him.
Yeah. Like so Mike Evans is like 6'5". Like he's a big dude. Like
Yeah. Tom
Yeah, he
Brady
don't-
in that game was like visibly frustrated
oh yeah.
the
Well,
whole
like,
time.
the fact that they were able to go,
I hate to see it.
and this is why I feel really good about my Bucks pick for the Super Bowl. Because if they're going into New Orleans early season, a lot of injuries, Brady's frustrated, and they're still able to pull out a win, wait till he gets his toys back. Like, oh baby.
Speaking of his toys, that man sent another fucking tablet to the Shadow Realm.
Sure did. I love that so much. Just the boom.
He's that's the second one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that makes me feel so much better about when I was younger breaking PlayStation controllers. Just to know that it was just a competitive fire in me.
The emotions are validated. Yeah.
Yes, it was just a competitive fire. Like it's like, all right,
It's just go
Yeah.
things.
yeah, it's just goat things, I wanted to win that bad.
Yeah, I saw that tablet break and I was like, well, they're gonna win this game.
Love it.
Is that real? The Jaguars are leading the division.
Yeah,
What
but let's calm down. It's only 2 games.
What world is this?
Hey man,
I mean,
we're gonna
Last-
talk about. Don't spoil me talking about Jacksonville until they come up on the list.
we're gonna be here 16 weeks from now talking about how Jaguar peaked in week 2. So
And how they should bring back Urban Meyer.
yeah.
Oh God. All right, let's move on to Morgan and Nick's beloved Baker Mayfield and versus the New York Giants. New York Giants win. That is 2-0. The Giants are leading the NFC Beast. Shout out Santa Claus. Go Giants. I'm actually happy that they're doing well despite Daniel Jones being absolutely horrific. But, I mean, Saquon didn't even have a big day and they were still able to win.
I mean, it's crazy what happens when your quarterback doesn't turn the ball over.
Yeah, it is.
Good
And
things happen.
Dayball is a really good play schemer. Like he knows how to scheme very, very well and put Daniel Jones in situations to be successful. So that was a solid game by the Giants. Giants win. Baker Mayfield looks like shit. Today came up all me. I don't know. Like,
That's not what it sounded like on social media.
what did it sound like on social media? Oh,
Right-
poor
right sell.
Baker. I just need $5,000 to get back on my feet. And then you go and get traded to the Carolina Panthers.
I don't know. It seemed like he had a lot of drops. A lot of guys were open that just dropped the ball. I don't think it was Baker's fault.
I'm sure he.
Now, granted, this is coming from Skip Bayless, who I trust undoubtedly 100% of the time. So,
I'm quitting the podcast.
We all know, Baker could never do anything good in Matt's eye anyway. So
it's true. Like he's the ultimate hater.
He could. He's
You
not
hate
good.
you hate more than me. It's crazy.
Holy shit.
yeah, well, we're not gonna go there.
Like, yeah, like come on, like let's take a step back. Let's reevaluate things for a second. Jesus Christ. All right, Giants win. Moving on. New England goes into Pittsburgh and beats Pittsburgh. Shocker. I mean, who saw a 17-14 game coming down in Pittsburgh?
I actually figured it was gonna be like 6-3.
I mean,
I watched a little bit of that game, and I didn't think it was that entertaining of a game. I don't know. I was kind of bored watching that game the entire time.
most Patriots games now aren't entertaining.
I mean, it's the worst team in the AFC East playing.
I mean, beat Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's pretty good.
That defense, even without TJ Watt's, still really good.
Nasty. I mean, Minka's
Nice
all
guy.
over the place.
He's
And
great.
Firemouth's pretty good.
Firemouth's very good tight end. And
Do
I
we
mean,
think?
Deontay Johnson.
Do we
Najee
think
Harris.
Mac Jones is going to shape out this year?
No, he's not the guy.
You don't think so? You don't think they can build
No.
around him?
Who do you think is more of the guy, Mac Jones or Tua?
Tua, by far. I don't even think it's close.
If
Didn't he
Tua's,
have a game winner today?
if Tua's game didn't happen today, would that still be your answer?
Yes.
That's interesting.
I mean, week one, he looked good. With all the talent he's got around him, he's actually looking solid.
I mean, Mac Jones looked solid for a year and has no talent around him.
Solid.
He's also got
He
the
had
best
a
coach
like
in
a
history
top
with him.
5 defense, and he's got Bill Belichick.
I mean, no offensive weapons. He doesn't have Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle or Mike.
Didn't
is
they
the
have a
offense.
game where he had like 6 passing yards and they won?
Yeah, it was against Buffalo in like 100-mile-an-hour winds.
Whatever. Mac Jones is not the guy.
Anyways, I mean, we'll just move on to the next game. We'll talk about somebody that is that guy, and that's Trevor Lawrence.
Oh my god.
Oh, baby. Jacksonville wins 24 goose egg. That defense came to play today. They made Matt Ryan look stupid. Indy still hasn't won in Jacksonville since 2015. Eat shit, Indianapolis. I mean, I like Doug Peterson going forward on 4th downs. I like Trevor Lawrence making the smart plays to Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk just seems to get open in the slot whenever the fuck he wants. So I'm okay. I am okay paying him the $17 million a year to reset that receiver market with the production he's doing through the first 2 weeks. And I told you that defense was going to be pretty solid.
You did.
I mean, it is Indy, so
I mean, all right. You say it is Indy. Like they didn't have the best running back in the NFL last year in Jonathan Taylor. They don't have a top 5 offensive line. Like they still got after the passer consistently.
The 30-ish, 31st best quarterback in the league.
You think Matt Ryan's that bad?
He sucks.
You think Baker Mayfield's better than Matt?
Yes. I think Cooper Rush is better than him.
Yikes. I'll tell you one quarterback who's not better than Matt Ryan, and we'll get to him. Russell Wilson. I can't wait to have that conversation.
All right. So he's 31. Russell's 30.
Yes. All right, Morgan. All right, Skip Morgan. Skip Sawyer. Excuse me, Skip Sawyer. All right.
I was away when but I heard the little Russell Wilson rant. Overrated like Drew Brees. I think that's kind of insulting to Drew Brees. I just
That's what I
chime in
said.
on that
Literally what I said.
a little bit. Drew Brees is, I mean, I'm not as in depth as you guys when it comes to the NFL because I recently got back into it. I'd put Drew Brees probably around the top 10 quarterbacks around that area. I'm not putting Russell Wilson anywhere near the top 25.
Listen. I agree. After what I saw today, like
Drew Brees holds some pretty impressive records, or held pretty impressive records.
He actually does not hold records.
Yeah, he held some pretty impressive records.
You know who holds that record now? Thomas Brady.
Yeah, but that's also like, you know, you're saying,
Longevity.
oh, he's not as good as the greatest of all time, which is not really as much of a slap in the face as we think it sounds.
All right, here's my whole argument with Drew Brees. One, he only has one Super Bowl. You have to, in order to be qualified in that top 10 quarterbacks of all time, I think you need multiple unless you're Aaron Rodgers. And then two, he has no MVPs regular season.
Then your stipulation falls apart within your first point.
Where's Dan Marino fall?
He's right around 10.
He has 0.
I know, but can I finish where I'm going? He has no regular season MVPs. He was never the best at his position in his entire career. Never got one MVP. Like in the NFL, the regular season, that means something. Rodgers has 3. Rodgers has 3. I think that means, excuse me, 3. He's going. What is he going for 3 in a row? Or he has 3 in a row? He's going for 3 in a row and has 4 total MVPs. That means something. Like,
does career consistency not mean anything
in the playoffs? So
it doesn't. To me, it doesn't mean you're a top 10 quarterback. Like
I think to say, like, I overheard that, so we're obviously going off the rails and talking a little bit about stuff you talked about last week because I wasn't here. But I think to put him in the same breath as Russell Wilson is disrespectful.
Well, I just put him in the same breath because they're in the same height bracket. That's all.
But one's still playing.
One is still playing, but you know what? At the end of the day,
playing? Can we define what he's doing as playing?
Is it
Morgan? He's wearing the costume.
I mean, he's cashing a paycheck.
Yeah, he's collecting a paycheck. That's for sure. He's collecting a paycheck.
He's wearing the pads. He's got the funny hat on. All right.
Fair. I
mean, listen, he's not as big as a fraud as Brett Favre.
That was a good joke, Morgan. All right. Let's move on really quick. I was really happy with Jacksonville today. I don't know what it's like on a serious note. Obviously, like talking shit. I don't know what it means for the rest of the year, but they're playing a competitive brand of football right now. Trevor Lawrence looks decent. Like you can see the flashes of greatness in there, but it's just like about being consistent. And then that defense, that front 7 for that defense is good. I'm still worried about the back end of that secondary. I think we're probably a year away at this point. But I like the direction Doug Peterson has them going. A year away from playoff contention. All right, Morgan.
A year away from the Jaguars being like an actual team.
Yes, like I think a year away from like competing like consistently for like the playoffs for like a couple of years, and then once we lose Trevor Lawrence, we're back in the dumpster.
I don't think that's that far out of the realm.
So that's kind of like the expectations I have. If we get like a a nice corner free agent signing that actually like pans out, I think we're in it. But let's move on to the next game. I know we're trying to motor through here. Craziest game of the day, Miami versus Baltimore. Baltimore goes up 3 touchdowns, and Tua comes back and wins and beats Baltimore in Baltimore.
With a pretty sweet pass.
With a very sweet pass. And really quick, because we have the Brewmasters Fantasy Football League, I want to tap on, I'm going against Tua this week, but I want to tap on how many fantasy points he scored today.
Do you know or are you guessing?
No. I know. Would you guys like to guess how many he got?
38.
No. 64.
83.
Really? Holy shit balls.
So I was literally at work and I saw Baltimore go up like 35-14 or whatever it was. And I'm like, all right, fantasy's fine. I'm good. The next time I open my phone, Tyreek Hill is 63 points. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
Everything happened.
Yeah, for real. So that was great.
Well,
touchdowns for Tua.
Who's got Tua?
TJ.
Oh,
Good for little TJ.
Is TJ about to be like 4-0?
TJ is about to be 4-0. He's gonna win this
my
league.
God. And my nephew might be 4-0. What the fuck is
That's
happening?
crazy, dude.
Nothing would make me happier than if TJ won this league. Like, to be honest, like I think it would be hilarious.
I got most of my points this week. I'm gonna win both of my games this week, so I'll be 2-2.
Nice.
But most of my points this week came from Cooper and that Buccaneers defense.
Yeah, I'm literally watching the highlight right now of a pick six.
Yeah.
Me too.
So those are solid picks, I guess.
Wow, great.
Very solid. But yeah, that Miami-Baltimore game was crazy. But Baltimore, I guess you got to learn how to close. Maybe Lamar's not worth that contract. Let's move on.
I'd still want him, but
I don't know about that.
Let's move on to the 4:00 games. Atlanta versus the Rams. Atlanta gave the Rams a scare late in the game, but the Rams hold on to win. Jalen Ramsey gets a pick to seal the deal. Any really thoughts on this game that we care to mention, or we just went on?
I mean, I don't think anything spectacular happened. Like you said, late into the game, it got a little intense.
Outside of he had the cover, and then all of a sudden they just threw that away.
Morgan's like, they ruined my perfect week.
I was well, no, it's a college, but we're just gonna skip over my college picks.
Yeah, we both took Miami, right?
Yeah, it's all right. I took BYU. That game is close.
Yeah, I want to win a college, whatever. I'll take it.
I am over.
All right, let's move on to Seattle, San Francisco, where Trey Lance got his leg snapped in half today.
Jesus.
Who called it?
Me?
Calling him getting injured?
Who said he was going to get hurt and Jimmy Garoppolo was going to come in?
I'm assuming you, because you got the finger up.
It was me.
Right.
You can go back to the live stream because when I drafted him, you guys made fun of me.
Did any of us pick Trey Lance?
He's on
for
TV.
awards? No, for our predictions.
No, they would get negated at this point.
Didn't think so. Yeah.
But yeah, did you guys see the highlight of his leg?
I mean, it
going at everybody.
He was his leg was leaving the building.
Did you see
He
it,
was
Morgan?
going the other way.
Yeah, I had to Google it to find it, but yeah,
So his leg was like, say this like is his leg, his ankle was that way.
It was the third worst injury I saw this weekend. So
third, what was the other one? Oh,
so the two
fight.
UFC fight. No, so there was the one I sent you.
Yeah.
Then the next fight after, some dude caught an elbow like right here, and it opened up so bad his eyelids or his eyebrow started like flopping.
Nice.
It was nasty, and he fought like 3 more rounds with it.
The only thing I wish about that Trey Lance injury, and speedy recovery, all jokes aside, but I wish Tony Romo was on the call.
You gotta hope it's just.
That's the only thing I wish would have happened when that injury occurred. You gotta hope it's just a cramp.
Can we just get like Tony Romo and Tom Brenneman calling a football game?
Oh, don't do that to me. Tom Brenneman called one of my favorite plays in NFL history. A Michael Vick OT run against the Vikings is Tom Brenneman's voice.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
It's makes me smile every time I hear it. Voice of an angel. But
So Trey Lance, season ending. I saw the report. Season endings.
Jimmy G and San Fran back in the playoff picture.
So Jimmy G, they paid him all that money to be a backup, and now he's going to be a starter. So
Yep.
The stars realigned.
It all came to fruition. Wow, that's how they lost the game.
Oh, I saw that finals. Breaking news: Cardinals beat the Raiders. So,
yeah,
29-23.
That's crazy. That's the last game we'll cover today. But Cincinnati versus Dallas. Nick, how about them Cowboys?
How about them? I mean, they're fucked, but still a good win.
Hey man, if Dak comes back within 4 weeks, Cooper Rush holds down the fort. You go 2-2 right here.
I think the only solace is that Dak has at least proven he can come back from an injury and perform.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And I mean, if you hope it's a speedy recovery and he can come back in that timeline that they have for him for the 4 weeks. You hope he doesn't rush back, of course, because that is your franchise. But
Yeah.
I mean,
getting paid now.
getting a win against Joey Burr and the Bengals. I mean,
It pained me to see it, but
it's that defense for Dallas is serious. Micah Parsons, that's a serious boy right there.
Yeah,
Joe Burrow
is
and the
kinda good.
Bengals starting off 0-2 is not a great look. Not looking good for our Burman.
All right. So if the Browns had Deshaun Watson, are the Bengals the worst team in that division right now?
Well, the record certainly would reflect that.
The record reflects it for sure, but it's no bueno. No good for Joey Bird, Knicks fantasy team. I'll say that much.
Nope, not great.
I think he'll get it together, but he's got to start wearing his cool outfits again. I haven't seen him in a cool outfit pregame. You know,
he needs the confidence, but you also can't dress goofy if you're gonna lose.
True.
So,
true. All right, let's talk about this horrendous thing that they call the football game: Houston versus Denver. Denver pulls out a win at home. Russ is getting booed by the home fans when he goes out on offense. I mean, did Seattle make the right move?
Russell Wilson.
I gotta think they made the right move.
Is such a corny dude.
I
saw that video of him fake high-fiving people on the way out to a game.
That's crazy.
And it was so funny. Amazing. You got to see that video.
So obviously everybody knows John Smith and everybody knows QJ. So we had a text thread going talking about Russell Wilson and Future, because obviously, you know, Russell Wilson is Danny Future's ex, Sierra, and, you know, is raising Future's kid essentially. So like, I was like texting being like, imagine being Russell Wilson's teammate, not being able to listen to Future in the locker room. Like, like, just like, you know, just an absolute loser at quarterback. I was like, just in his face screaming, Dirty Soda, Sprite Lee, White Girl, Ice Tea, Fully Loaded AP, and just be like, you fuck your bitch in some Gucci flip flops, just in Russell Wilson's face. Just like, I was going in.
Yeah.
I mean,
not a fan.
Yeah, he's God. Everything about him. Horny.
He's just a weird guy.
Doesn't throw the ball over the middle against Jerry Jeudy, injured for Morgan's fantasy team.
Whoops.
Shades of last year. It's all right. I got receivers to cover that. So.
And it's just, you know. Yeah, I mean, Houston's still a competitive team. Their defense is good. That pick, the kid from LSU. Why can't I think of his name? Help Morgan.
I don't know.
Stingley? Is it Stingley, the corner?
Sure. Sounds great.
He's good.
The only one I know is Sauce.
Sauce. So he is good. Too many devices using my YouTube TV right now. Fuck off my TV. My TV. Anyways, last game of the day to recap before we preview the Packers versus Bears tonight. Arizona beats Vegas in overtime. Hunter Renfrow fumbles the ball. The Cardinals defense picks it up and takes it in for 6. Cardinals come back from being down 20-0 to beat the Raiders.
What the fuck is going on today?
Arizona not dead? Question mark.
Well, so here's what's going to happen. We'll just go right into the preview because now I don't care about that game.
Okay.
This is going to be shades of a couple years ago when the Bears went up like 21-3 and then Rodgers came back because that's just how the day's been.
You sure about that?
I don't know. I just want the Bears to lose in some agonizing fashion because it'll be funny.
What are you going to do if the Bears go into Lambeau with Justin Fields and beat you?
I wouldn't be shocked. This offense is not good. It's boring to watch.
I mean, they're already in the doghouse, so.
And I mean, if we're going to sit in this conservative defense and run fucking zone, like, I don't even want to watch it.
All right, Morgan selling the team.
You know,
so
it's getting to that point. You know, we haven't produced anything in years.
Are you guys
MVP?
Yeah, multiple time MVP.
Yeah.
Back to back.
I don't care about MVPs.
2020, 2021 back to back.
Cool.
It's Morgan. It's not that he just did it once and then did it 10 years later. Okay. He did it back to back.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Packers can get a win, so
we got 2 Monday night games tomorrow night. We got Bills versus Titans, and then we got the Vikings versus the Eagles. So give me picks, boys. I got the Packers tonight, by the way.
I'll take the Packers tonight, and then for tomorrow, I will take the Bills and I will take the Vikings.
Morgan?
Bills and Eagles.
Bills, Eagles, baby. I think they get it done. All right, Brewmasters rundown. We kind of touched on fantasy. We really don't need to
Yeah, I threw it in there if we wanted to.
get into it. NBA subjects, real quick before we get to baseball or wrap it up. Suns owner suspended a year. Have you guys heard the stuff he did?
Gotta stop saying nasty shit. I mean,
Gotta
they
stop.
fired Don Sterling for less. So
Gotta stop doing nasty shit.
yeah, I think he's getting off light.
Did you hear the whole story about him dropping trow in front of one of his male employees?
Yeah, I read a bunch of shit on him.
I mean, that's just guys being dudes. I mean,
yeah, what's the big deal? The guy's just hanging. Brain.
It's actually hanging brain. But yeah, I was like, yo,
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, Don Sterling got fired for just comments that he made. This
And-
dude's doing actual acts.
Actual acts, and the thing is too is now the thing is though, I didn't know this about the Sterling thing until recently. His wife, Donald Sterling's wife, is the reason they got the team, because she got somebody to deem him mentally unfit to run the franchise. So then that way she took control and sold the team.
Trifling.
I did not know that until recently, but now with all this stuff coming about Sarver, it's gonna start fucking up their money, and I don't think he'll be back next year.
Yeah, but he's suspended for one season right now, right?
One season right now, $10 million fine.
10 million. So
I mean, okay, he'll take out his wallet.
That's
He'll bring that to him in cash.
that's 10 home games for revenue.
That's like
you
a
guys-
day's work.
do you guys take large bills?
Correct. And
I'd
then
give it to him all in pennies. Fuck him.
and then he does have to take a course though about being
Oh, I'm sure that'll change
not
everything.
employees.
Yeah, that's gonna put him right on the right path.
Can you imagine trying to?
It's the
Can you,
expression "can't teach a new dog old tricks."
can you imagine trying to teach that man, like a billionaire, how to act?
No, that's the sense of entitlement is long ingrained into that.
You know what
man's
he's gonna go in there and do is he's gonna walk in with here's $1,000. I was here. Leave me alone.
He's gonna have one of those fucking dumb, one of those things called segways with a computer screen with his face on it. Just shows up to the to the class.
That's awesome. I don't know why Morgan put this next story in here.
He's gonna
Dennis
just send a
Schroeder
surrogate.
back to the Lakers. Cool.
Who?
Dennis, yeah, who? Dennis Schroeder resigned with the Lakers for a minimum vet, 2.3 million. Whatever. Who cares?
So what are we saying then, Morgan? Championships in the bag now?
Lakers back in the playoffs. Back in the playing game.
wrap.
Contention? Is that what
Start
we're
making
thinking?
start making the rings now.
Start making
No, they'll celebrate the mid-season play tournament or whatever when they try hard for that.
Hey man, if they get that, I'm counting on that. That's LeBron's 5th ring.
Fucking God.
I'm just gonna come on the podcast like this. I'm playing. I am completely playing. Okay, we're on to the MLB before we wrap it up here. Pujols 2 away from 700. He's got what, probably, I'm just looking at a calendar and ballpark. It's 15-ish games left.
Yeah, about 15.
I hope he breaks a hip.
He's gonna get it.
You think he's gonna get it?
And you know what's crazy? I think he's gonna get it before Judge. We all made our predictions. Who was gonna get the 62 into the 700 first?
Yeah, that was.
And it was a clean sweep saying Aaron Judge was gonna make it.
I would still take Judge. He only needs one more.
I think Albert Pujols
He
is.
said he's 3 away.
Well, he had 2 today.
He had 2 today. He's at 59.
I didn't see it till 20 minutes ago. It's like,
Oh, Jesus, dude, what a fucking legend!
So
All
one
right,
needs 2, one needs 3.
yeah,
Albert Pujols,
or one needs 2. One
this
needs
is gonna
1.
sound ridiculous because of what Aaron Judge just did today. But Albert Pujols is hot right now.
He's raking.
So
I mean,
I don't
yeah,
think
they're
it's
throwing him fucking meatballs so he can hit the home runs.
no, there's probably some truth to that. But nevertheless, he is showing up the second half of the season. That's
Listen, it's fraudulent, these numbers he's putting up.
I'm gonna say though, there's something, and we're gonna talk about them in a second. So, by the way, the other subject here was Aaron Judge is 1 away from 60. So, shout out Aaron Judge. And another topic on here is the Dodgers. They win game 100, potential MVP. But if I'm a Dodgers fan, I am scared shitless of the Cardinals and their devil magic.
I'm more in the NL. I'm more nervous about the Braves than the Cardinals. I think.
There's something weird about the Cardinals. They always get like this. They make a run, like it's like magical years too that this shit happens.
But and think about it. It's Pujols' last year. It's Adam Wainwright's last year, and it's Yadier Molina's last year.
See, three. You know what's 3 times 2? 6. 6, 6, 6. Devil's magic.
All right, Jersey Jerry, settle down with the signs here.
Now, the Dodgers last year, did they break 110 wins? Because I believe there were 2 teams, right? There were the Giants and was it the Dodgers who both had over 110?
I don't know where they were.
We get those standings.
I'm looking it up right now. 106.
Oh, I thought it was like 108.
Well, I know the Red Sox hit 108 a couple years ago.
We're still living off that.
I mean, hey, gotta hold on to it as long as we can. If those fucking, I was gonna call them a word that we shouldn't use. If those dudes in the Celtics can hold on to that championship for that long, then we can hold on to that. So,
I mean, here's the thing: the Red Sox, championship was
107 and 106. They were back to back.
Red Sox championship was 4 years ago. These Celtics players are holding on to this championship 14 fucking years ago. I've never seen a group of men get more run off of one championship.
I'll never let them live that down.
Here's the thing. All right, so like we're gonna hop in on this real quick. If LeBron's only championship was 2016, and he ran with it for the rest of his life, who am I to say? Like, here's the thing: you beat the 73-9 Warriors. You came back down from 3-1. You had arguably one of the greatest plays in NBA history. You want to run with that? Fine, that's fine. The Celtics, you beat a Lakers team that shouldn't have got to the fucking finals, first off. So shout out Kobe, shout out Paul Gasol. And also, the biggest highlight of it was Paul Pierce shitting himself. Like that's your like ride home. And then Paul Pierce came back in the game and hit a 3 to put him up. Like, yo.
Yeah, he was
that group
lighter when he came back.
That group of men just running with that championship is one of the most obscene things ever. Morgan, thoughts? I want your thoughts on this. I know the game's about to start.
Oh, yeah, Carrie Underwood was just on my TV, so I didn't really listen to a word he said.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, back to the Dodgers. I still don't think they're going to win the World Series.
I know you don't. Hate.
It's not hate. I just don't think they're going to.
Got hate in your heart.
They are.
I'm the least hater tonight on this podcast.
They are the first team to 100.
Change the pace. Good job,
Morgan. I don't like it.
The first team to 100. And they're also the first team close to 100 within like over 5 games.
Yeah.
I think second highest is like 95, something like that. So they're definitely.
Hey, look, it's a Peaky Blinder. Fucking Aaron Rodgers on the TV.
Jesus.
But,
all right, we gotta wrap this up. Morgan's distracted. Go ahead.
I had 2 more MLB things.
Yeah, go ahead. Go.
One of them was Aaron Judge. That one's gone.
Yeah.
So I actually had 3.
Really quick.
All right, DeGrom.
That one as well. Before you go, Astros clinch. Go ahead.
What's Morgan's? Morgan, go first.
No, it was just the Astros clinch.
Oh, the Astros clinch.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? We all knew that was going to happen. Did we all pick the Astros?
Yes.
Pretty sure we did. All right. Jacob DeGrom, new MLB record since 1913, when the earned run became official, has 40 straight starts with 3 earned runs or less. MLB record.
Okay.
1913. It's the first time. And on the same page, the Mets today tied or broke. I'm not sure. It wasn't clear in the article I read. MLB record for 20 Ks in a 9-inning game combined for the Mets.
Damn.
Wow. That means something if they just didn't get swept by the Cubs. So
yeah, but they're still gonna probably win that division.
Really quick, I'm really excited to be old like Santa, and then just tell my kids that I saw Jacob DeGrom, or grandkids and kids that I saw Jacob DeGrom pitch live, and that he's the greatest pitcher of all time, and just sit with that, and just not change my argument ever, no matter statistics that get thrown in front of my face. No matter anything, just be like, nope, saw the ground play live.
I mean, if you were to retire right now, there would be no negative statistic to throw in his face.
Yeah, like it's disgusting.
Injuries.
Yeah, I mean, that's not really his fault completely. but
Well,
His body is literally can't handle how fucking awesome he is. It's breaking out at the seams.
You know what? I think we're ending on that point. Nick, great point. Thank you guys for checking us out today. We will be back Thursday for our gambling episode. It may be Thursday night. It may be getting posted Friday. Make sure you guys check that out. And Stash will be making his first official picks this week. So, Nick, make sure you go to VegasInsider.com. You bet on the Caesar Sportsbook line right there on the NFL. Over, under, lock, upset, boom.
Speaking of Vegas, the first sports championship to ever come out of Las Vegas happened finally.
Yes.
So we're on our way.
The Las Vegas Aces, WNBA champions as of today.
Yep. So
Shout out Kelsey Plum. She's got a cannon.
Yeah.
And Asia Wilson is like doing like some like ridiculous shit. I think she's like 25 and has like multiple MVPs and now like a finals MVP, like crazy stuff.
regardless of the sport, cool to see a championship come out of there finally.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. And that is it. Morgan, you want to wrap it up for us?
shout out Roger Federer retiring.
Yeah. And shout out Serena Williams already coming back from retirement.
So you should have cut it right at Roger Federer, just not Roger.
She's already coming back out, so that's why we didn't talk about it. By the way,
Yeah,
we already knew.
We knew that. Like,
Yeah, she was like, "Listen, Tom Brady, kind of set a precedent." I really
no,
wanted. To
Brett Favre set the precedent.
I really wanted to go in on a Tom Brady rant, just talking about how much more I respect him for coming back and playing this year. But it's gonna have to be for another time because I know you guys got to go. I will let everybody go, and I will save it for Thursday.
Boom.
Boom. And go Pack, go.